was just telling Felix the Rev that I can't believe how long this song was, and it was definitely blues. You know, man,
It was
the way
definitely blues. That was like the extended version.
this is the one that in the old days would never get on AM radio, you know, because it's like 4 minutes long, you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, what are you doing?
that you or Sammy?
That was Sammy. She just scared me.
Oh,
I thought she was sleeping.
Hello, Sammy.
Hey, hi.
hi.
No, she ran away.
Oh,
Little
that's
girl has to be asleep because you got school tomorrow. That's right, you got Saturday school.
really what's on Saturday?
Sunday school.
It's a prep class for the
Oh, that test
ELA.
that man, it's not enough that our
Yeah.
poor kids have to go to school 5 days a week. Now the
But
teachers
she
don't.
loves going to Saturday school.
Well, the teachers don't care because they get paid extra. You know, for
Yeah, they
them.
get paid extra.
Besides the song being, I like blues. I don't mind blues.
I don't mind blues either,
Yeah.
but
I don't mind blues either. I mean, I like blues, but that, I don't know.
the guy was, you know, definitely down and out on his luck. He's lamenting life. Either he's not happy with life or life's not happy with him. You know, it's got all
Or
the
it could be a
earmarks.
combination of both.
And right, and he's playing, you know, a decent guitar. You know, maybe a little bit of a, you know, two other pieces in the background.
No,
couldn't
maybe
have
he
hurt.
should have. What would have not hurt is cutting it down by 2 minutes.
Well, yeah, well, it was.
It was a little excessive.
Felix and I kept looking at the thing to see how much more is left, and he kept telling me, "Oh, you got plenty. You got plenty."
Yeah. One of the things, we don't talk about that much.
You guys really need me to get healthy and get back.
Yeah.
So I can pick some really good songs.
Yeah.
Well, this was a decent song.
It was a decent song, don't get me wrong, but it was too long.
Well,
Yeah.
but you see, they don't tell you how long it is, so we really don't know.
Yeah.
And I mean, look.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the songs in the blues selection are longer than the other songs. Blues songs tend to be longer.
Actually, no. They do give how long each song is.
I don't know.
Well,
We're looking at
I didn't
iPlug.
look at it.
On iPlug, they do, because when I'm searching and doing my research to send you songs, I look, and it does tell you. There's an area where it'll tell you how long the song is.
Well, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm not sorry. You know, it certainly was a good song.
Now I'm looking at another song here, and actually it doesn't tell you how long it is. But maybe you could. Anyway, everybody seems to have forgotten. My wife passed away December 15th, and that was not even 2 months ago. And we don't mention her much. Or at least we haven't the last month or so, last week or so. And I really feel guilty about that because
Don't feel guilty. My father said.
Feel guilty?
No, I miss her.
Well, all right.
Of course.
But, and of course you should. But, my father said, life is meant for the living, he said. And he said, just remember, every time you think about me and mention my name, I'll be smiling. And that's certainly good enough for me.
But anyway,
I mean, tomorrow is going to be 7 years that I lost my farm. And it's still hard.
Oh, sure it is.
But let me continue.
You gotta move on. You gotta, you only think about the good times.
Yeah, but let me continue with my story. I went to visit my mother-in-law on Wednesday. I went there because I haven't seen her. I was sick for about a week and a half. So I decided, let me go see her. I brought her a Frosty and a little bit of a burger, and we were talking. And out of the blue, she goes, "Do you have a girlfriend yet?"
Oh my God!
Well,
my mother-in-law, right? And then I said, she goes to me, you were good with my daughter. She goes, she loved you. Everybody loves you, but you can't be home by yourself. You got to find a girl now.
Well, you see, you gotta call up what's his face and in Florida. Jeff.
Jeff?
Jeff will introduce you to a woman.
Uh,
Sure he will. I bet you Connie knows a lot of women down there.
yeah.
No, but you know what? You know what a rabbi once told my grandmother? All right. My grandfather passed away at 64, and he was about 8 years older than my grandmother, so she was 56. And he said it's not uncommon for a person, if their marriage was a good one and they were very much in love and very happy, that they would look for not so much a replacement, but somebody to spend time with,
a companion,
to recapture what was lost when the spouse passed away.
No, my wife and I spoke about it. She goes, "When I die, who are you gonna? Do you know who you're gonna date? You're gonna date?" And I always told her, "Well, you're gonna die. I'm gonna die before you, so I really don't think about it much."
Oh, I told Ellen I got one waiting in the wings already. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, but so going back, so she mentioned it like 4 times. Really funny. And also this last week, I went to a bereavement group.
You did go. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
I went after my dad passed away. That's very smart. I wound up helping everybody.
Yeah, I went to bereavement. I was the only guy there.
Where'd you go? South Nassau, the one in Baldwin?
No. This is Paul, who's Mary's cousin Linda, her husband, has a non-profit organization that has bereavement groups.
Is he a shrink?
Things. No, he's a social worker. But
okay, yeah, they run those things. All right.
So I went to one of his. 7 women and me.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like when you go to Parents Without Partners, and they could smell the fresh meat. The women zero in on you, and they say, "Oh, a new one. Look at this guy."
No, but I'm saying, they're all widows. There's no widowers.
That's not the point. They're all her relatives, and they're all pushing you to get hooked up already.
I'm just saying, but it's very strange, like they're all. What's a widower? Like the wives always outlive the husband, they say.
Well, because that's the only thing that men can actually opt for and say yes, as opposed to their wives making a decision for them,
Yeah. Well, anyway, so...
no comment?
No comments.
No, from our intern.
So, anyway,
our other intern.
No. Comment.
But anyway,
so I mean, it's like... It's the old cliche.
I'm going. I'll be the first to go.
No, it's the old cliche, when a man says "I do," that's the last time he makes a decision on his own,
Exactly.
So,
well, that is true. No, I'll give you yes. That is true.
So I went to a bereavement group. I got lectured by my mother-in-law why I should find a girlfriend.
Well, why don't you ask her? How come you haven't found a replacement for Jack?
That's what I told her. I said, I'll get a girlfriend when you get a boyfriend.
Hey, listen, let me tell you. Your mother-in-law she's a funny woman. She's got a great personality. I used to joke with her when we used to have barbecues. Remember when? And Jack was still alive back in the old Alexander place.
Yeah.
All right. Felix used to have a lot of barbecues, and
used to love to barbecue.
And then on Major Avenue, Major Court, and I used to say, Sylvia, if I was 25, 30 years older, Jack would have, I'd give you a run for your money.
Well, actually, Sylvia's a very good-looking woman.
Yes, she
is.
Even
now, 91 years old.
I know.
She still combs her hair every day. She looks, a little forgetful these days.
Hey, who isn't?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm forgetful at 50.
Yeah.
50. You know what I would say? If you were my mother, I used to joke with my mom, I would accuse my mother of suffering from early onset Alzheimer's, which was our inside joke. But the thing is, unfortunately, she passed away before she was able to come down with it, which I guess could be a blessing. It depends how you want to look at it.
Sure.
Because I think it's the worst thing in the world is when you go visit somebody and they don't know who you are. And then The next thing that's embarrassing is when you're a husband and you go visit your wife and she wants to introduce you to her boyfriend who's in the same nursing home that she's in because she doesn't know who the hell you are. That could be embarrassing. That could be a downer, you know?
Well, I remember when my mother was put in a nursing home, she was very mobile still. Her problem was more mental, she just couldn't take care of herself. She did strange things. But she I guess she fell in love.
But your father was already dead.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say fall in love, but she really liked this.
A male companion.
She liked this black young nurse. And she used to follow him around all the time because she could walk and everything. And once she got used to it a little bit, she stopped screaming my name. She used to scream my name all day in the nursing home.
Your name?
My name. So when I get there, they all go, it's you, tell her to shut up. But anyway, once she stopped yelling for me, she found this guy, and great nurse, really nice kid, maybe 25 years old, and she'd follow him all day. I'd come, she'd say hello to me, she'd see him, she'd run to him again and follow him. She knew who I was, and she'd leave.
Yep.
She'd start following him around. She really enjoyed his company. It was funny. They couldn't keep my mother down. She was very mobile. I'll tell you a little funny story with her. She used to have an apartment, and all she would do was live in the basement. In a very dark, dingy basement. When she would work when she would do things, she would turn on a 15-watt light to look at work and do things. And I assume that's got something to do when she was during the war, where she was locked up in a closet for a year and a half without any lights.
Yeah.
So mentally, she must have been, just couldn't do anything. She was thinking about things. But anyway, we had her evaluated to see if she should go to a nursing home because, she'd leave food out for days if I wasn't there, because I lived on the island. If I go there, I'd find food 5 days old that she's eating it, rotten food. She had a cat that would attack her and put holes in her hands. I mean, really bad. So, but anyway, so I had her evaluated. So I called in this guy to have her evaluate her. And this nurse came. He was a black man, maybe about 6'4", with dreadlocks, and he was a nurse. So he sat down on one side of the table, like a dining room table, and my mother sat on the other side, and I sat on the side. And he's asking her questions, and she's answering him. And then all of a sudden, she got mad at him. And she started throwing things at him. Here's this guy, 6'4", and he's like, he's covering himself, trying to protect himself, and she's throwing anything she could find at him. And finally, he said, "You know what?" He goes, "I can't continue this interview." He goes, "You can bring her in whenever you're ready. She qualifies." And that was it. So. Anyway, you want to hear one more song?
Sounds game.
Yeah, it's up to you.
All right. The name of the song is another one. The name of the group or singer is named Jason D. And he's from Belgium. A lot of people from Belgium.
Oh, Belgium.
24/7. You see it?